know. So one thing I get a lot of questions, I'll answer now. I did a, so my day job is I'm a nuclear physicist. I got a PhD in nuclear physics from UCLA. Go Bruins. That's why I got the UCLA stickers here. So anyways, so what I did is I calculated the aerodynamic force as a function of miles per hour. So I calculated the, with the winds coming this way, and it's pretty close to what I experienced. So if you take, I took the square area of my body, and that's a flat plate. So I calculated the force of this, and I also calculated the force of with your head in the helmet. Two separate forces. So the force from the wind pushing your head back this way, separate. So that's separate from this force, and then I can add the two together and get the total force. Because I know you know what the drag coefficient of the helmet head and then of the body. And so I calculated, it's a pretty simple formula. You just have to know the drag coefficient of a flat plate, which is your chest, and then you have to know the coefficient of drag for basically a sphere or a helmet, and then you measure the cross-sectional area. So I did that. So when you're on any motorcycle, this could work for any bikes. I have the, maybe I'll do another, I have all the data here. So so if you're going 50 miles per hour on a motorcycle with no fairing, you're getting the full wind, you're going to get 6 pounds of force on your chest, and you're going to get 2 pounds of force on your head. So that's not too bad, right? That's why when you go 50, it sounds fine. So when you get up to 80 or 90 miles, about 90 miles an hour, so it goes from 6 pounds, it goes up to 20. So now you got 20 pounds. So now you're on the freeway going 90, you got 20 pounds on your chest, and you got almost 7 pounds pushing your head back. So even that, it's not too bad because you can kind of lean forward, like resting your head on a pillow, and it doesn't feel too bad because that 7 pounds can be counteracted by a little lean forward. So when I'm going 80 or 90, it doesn't feel too bad. So here's where you start noticing at 100, 110. So at 100, it's 25 pounds on your chest, 8 pounds on your head. And so you really notice this. So I do notice this. So at 120, it's 35 pounds of pressure pushing you off the motorcycle. So it's like somebody's pushing you off on your chest. And 12 pounds, you start to feel the helmet a little bit. Yeah, you do. So that's why you need a really aerodynamic helmet. This helmet made a big difference for I had a Klim helmet, but it's aerodynamic and it's got this foil in the back. This reduces the low pressure suction. It lets the air come off instead of developing a big bubble. When there's a bubble back here, that suction is pulling your head back. You don't want that. And there's also pressure on the front. So this is a Corsair X, Airy Corsair X. I'd highlight. I mean, you could really tell the difference from a normal helmet. It's probably a difference of like from 10 pounds to 15 pounds. You notice it. Well, so just for giggles, if you're going 200 miles an hour, which I would never go, it's 100 pounds of force. So there's 100 pounds pushing you off that way. And there's 35 pounds. That's quite a bit. That's almost like if people lift weights, that's one of those 35 plump. It's a lot of weight. So long story short is I was thinking of maybe getting a windshield, but I don't know. That will reduce it a little bit, but that will reduce the cross section on here. So if I had the windshield, that's going to get about half. I'll still get the same force on my head because the wind, when I sit on it, my head's about here. That'll just get rid of half half of the chest force. So if I'm going 100 instead of 25 pounds, I'll have 12 pounds. So that'll feel like I'm going only 70, which is fine. So I think that'll help quite a bit. So I might, Ducati sells the little windshield. I might get that. So anyways, I don't have any problem with the wind because, I don't know, it doesn't seem that bad to me. And I also wear leather jackets, so the wind kind of slips off. If you had flappy clothes, it's going to be a problem. Okay, so I give this a 10 over 10 for daily driver, for weekend trips. I mean, I could just ride this thing 24/7. I love it. Reliability's good. Never been stuck or stranded anywhere. And also, I don't know, that's it. I love it. So any questions, put them in the comments. Slow Rider out.